Howdy Neighbors, David here. And today on Boondock Stallions, we're going to be doing my very first theory for 2021. The theory subject matter is going to be covering Season 3 of Cobra Kai and some events that happened and some things that could happen in the fourth and allegedly final season coming out later on either this year or early next year. They haven't actually given us the confirmation date yet. So, if you haven't already, go ahead and give this video a like, hit the subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, check out my live streams. I do them weekly and a bunch at random whenever I have a bunch of thoughts. I'm going to be working on a video defending Professor Snape in the Harry Potter series and finishing up my Ruby Rose Batwoman video. But I got really excited about this one because I've been binge watching Cobra Kai. It's late at night. I've watched Season 3 twice now and I'm tired. But on the other hand, check out my cool new mug. Yeah, it's personalized. It's Slytherin, has my name on it, and it's awesome. And you know, it's also full of coffee because I'm tired. But I refuse to let anybody else get this theory, or a theory like mine, and put it out there. So we're going to do this really quick today. I don't think this will be a particularly long video, but here we go. So, warning, spoilers ahead. In Cobra Kai, we get some flashbacks. Season 3 has given us some flashbacks to Kreese while he was being recruited into the army and then going off into the Vietnam War. Now, first of all, there's misdirection. We get to the episode starting off, and there's this jock, the varsity captain. He's kind of a douche, and we expect this guy is Kreese, only to find out that the guy that he is bullying that works at the restaurant is actually Kreese, and he ends up beating up the varsity guy because he hits his girlfriend. Not Kreese's girlfriend yet. He actually ended up stealing that guy's girlfriend after he defended her for the guy slapping her. It's really late. I might have rambled on there and let that sentence get away for me. Anyways, sorry. Anywho, so we see him end up with Betsy, and then he gets recruited into the army, and he tells Betsy he'll see her when he gets back. And then while he's gone, they get a letter from Betsy, and his captain, Captain Turner, doesn't tell him about it because he says he doesn't want that getting in his head before they go out on their special missions, right? And so they keep it a secret. Then you get to the end season finale when they're in that prison camp, and the captain and Kreese both get pinned up against each other over that pit of snakes, and the captain decides to get into Kreese's head and tells us that Betsy died in a car accident on her way to go see her grandmother in Arizona. She wrapped her car around a tree, and the fight continues, and so on and so forth. And the reason that I'm bringing this up is because, one, first there was that misdirection. We thought we knew the young Kreese was there, and it wasn't the young Kreese, it was somebody else. And I was also under the impression that Kreese's buddy there in the army with him was the same friend that he had in Karate Kid Part 3, Terry Silver. And this guy had the same facial features, the bone structure, the eyes. It was a very much younger version of Terry Silver, but then that character ends up dying in the episode, and once again, it's a complete misdirect. Speaking of another misdirect, we were all set up to believe that Allie was in fact Tory's mother, and that ended up not panning out. There was even a little bit of a misdirect when you think you're going to get the teaser of Allie in bed, sick and dying, and it's not her, and it didn't pay off. But this is where my theory comes into play. What if Kreese is Tory's grandfather, right? Misdirection. There's been a lot of misdirection intentionally in the season, and what if the big misdirection is that when Captain Turner told Kreese that Betsy died in the car wreck, he was lying. He was lying to get inside Kreese's head so that he could kill him or throw him into the pit of snakes there in the prison camp. He would do anything to win. It was the kind of thing he would do, but it was a lie. And why would he lie, you might ask? He said it at the beginning. Something like this would get inside Kreese's head, and they were on their way out to do special missions, but it wasn't a death. What if the letter that they got was actually a letter from Betsy saying that she'd gotten pregnant and was going to Arizona to live with her grandmother until the baby was born. Because it was, for the time and the day and the age that Kreese was in the Vietnamese War, a young, unwed mother would have been the kind of thing they wouldn't have wanted to keep hush-hush, and they would have sent her to live with a relative out of state. Well, guess what? Grandma in Arizona is a relative out of state. So Betsy's off living with her grandmother, has the baby. Kreese thinks that she's dead because the captain died, or right before the captain died, he told her or him that she died in a car wreck, but that was just a lie, and she's still alive. So Kreese never goes home. He has no reason to. Betsy's dead, his mother passed away, his mother was all the family he had. There was no reason for him to leave the military, so he stayed in special ops, went deep into the military, and became a decorated war hero, and the douche that we all know from the original 3 Karate Kid movies. So, that's my theory. Kreese is Tory's grandmother, and let me continue, sorry. I know I was leaving some stuff out. So, Betsy survived, had the kid, and that kid is the mother of Tory, whom we saw dying in bed, and bingo, bango, bongo, that's the connection between Kreese and Tory. And, I mean, Tory really has taken a dark turn. She was always a bit of a bad girl in season 2, but, I mean, she's really, really gone over the edge, and Kreese is also someone who has himself gone completely over the edge. I mean, it's not like Tory didn't have good qualities, redeemable qualities. So, we also see Kreese go and make the arrangement to pay Tory's rent and take care of her and make sure that she can still continue her lessons at Cobra Kai. That's really interesting because Kreese is kind of a piece of shit. He really doesn't care about anyone or anything but himself, and it seems a little out of character for him to go and pay this girl's bills unless he is, in fact, her grandfather, because Kreese doesn't strike me as the kind of dirty old man who'd want anything inappropriate from Tory. This seems more fatherly or grandfatherly, like he genuinely has her best interests at heart for some reason. And if that reason is because he's her grandpa, that would be an awesome payoff to the whole backstory with Betsy and the captain being a liar. So that's my whole theory. I've really got nothing else for it. The only basis I have is the constant misdirections that we got in season 3. So let me know what you think down in the comments. Be excellent to each other and party on, dudes.